Insightful Mindsets.
Yep.
How are
Yep.
you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, thank you for sharing all that. It's quite interesting. I just wanted to say something because I don't know how I found myself in this space, but I clicked on it and then I haven't been in spaces for a while. But I'm actually in this phase. I wouldn't say phase. I'm actually in this space. I don't know if it's New Year's resolutions, but with everything that Dr. Kumar, is that right? Dr. Kumar was talking about. I've actually gone through a lot of things for myself and creating the right habits.
Yes.
And it's not as simple for me as you made it to be because I've had to be very conscious. I've realized that I'm actively distracted mentally with the things that I'm doing. So every day is a thought that I have to reset every day, every night. And I didn't realize how much of a challenge that would be. I've had to change everything from the way that I sleep, the way that I eat, exercising, the routine in my house. I didn't realize, but once I got like this took a week for me to do. I did start off small because I told people, well, this is what I want to do. They're like, well, you should start off small. And it didn't work. So I realized that the way that I am, I have to stay active and present. So for me to do that, I've got to like make sure the whole environment, my whole mindset is on the same level for me to be able to work on my habits. Um, but yeah, things like doing yoga. I said I was going to do yoga every day. I now do it like 2 to 3 times a day. And this is
Wow.
brand new. It's something that for the first week, I cried every single day. It was so painful, mentally, emotionally, and even physically. Like my hands were so. But now it's been like 3 weeks, and I'm like, I can feel the changes. And I think it's really a mental thing first. I still face those challenges. Like it'll be a 2 second shift where my mind's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
But then I have to connect with where my emotions are and be like, and I have to settle all those emotions and realize where they're coming from. A lot of them are in my body. Um, it's not my mind or my heart. That's what I've started to realize. And doing yoga is making me connect with all these emotions that have actually been stuck there for quite a while. And it's been like such a transformation. But, today it's raining and I'm like, I have to go for a walk, whether it's raining or not. So I just kind of got up. Yeah, like you said, it becomes a habit and you feel bad when you don't do it. But yeah, that's my story anyways.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just
So
started,
let
but
me make a quick comment on that. So what you said is right. It's true. So if we create something that's overwhelming, yes, it's going to be hard. So one of the things Dr. PJ Fogg talks about is picking the top three habits that you really care about. So that's how you small start. You can start off with just one little habit that's your top priority. This is for the others, who are still struggling. Again, there are several ways of changing habits. This is just one of the simplest ways. So pick and choose the most important habit that you guys have. Say, for example, around this time of the year, it's weight loss. Guaranteed. 90% of us, that's a decision. We want to lose weight. So instead of taking that on as a huge challenge, chunk it down to the bare minimum, to its atomic level, and you create that habit, and then you'll see everything escalate. So you don't have to go through this agony. And again, you got to associate with the trigger. You cannot have the new habit hanging out in midair, not connected to anything. So if you connect it to a trigger, the chances are you'll succeed much better than if that new habit is kind of hanging in midair. Make sense?
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then you build on the other habits as you go along. Again, this is something that will really really stick if you're just consistent, and you can take your time building whatever number of habits that you need to, but always 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 start at that atomic level.
You know what they say, you got to start first. Any
Start first.
habit, you got to
Start
start
small.
first.
Start tiny. Not take on climbing Mount Everest. You should be able to put one step forward before you try to climb Mount Everest.
So, Dan, you had your hands up?
Yeah, just just listening to all this, it makes a lot more sense. A strategy that I had with some of my piano students, I would tell them, when they would come back and say, I just didn't have time to practice, I would coach them to just go open the lid of the piano and walk away. And then they all came back and reported, well, you told me to open the lid of the piano and walk away, but then I wanted to play. I'm like, uh-huh. So yeah, it makes. I'm so glad there's some psychology to back that up.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, you just created a trigger. And it's so simple, right? Because the conscious mind, I mean, your monkey mind will not rebel. It says, oh, opening the piano, that's not a big deal. The monkey mind says, oh, I'll let you do that. That's easy, right? I'm not going to punish you. I'm not going to scream at you. I'm not going to yell at you. Let it go. Open the piano. And then
Love it.
the good side of you says, hey, this is stupid. I'm just opening the damn piano and I'm not playing. That's dumb. Let's play a few tunes. Why not, right? So
Love it.
it's a little
Yeah.
game.
Thank you. And Brent and Antonio, congratulations on this amazing space. I have to actually jet to host another space, but I'm so glad I was able to stop by, and you guys rock. Thank you, Dr. Kumar, and good day to everybody.
Hey, in fact, somebody posted something on this site. It's called Tiny Habit, BJ Fogg, 110-2020. Do you guys see that, Tanya?
Yeah,
Just
it's pinned on
above
the
you.
nest. Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty cool.
Share that out. And then we have one more question, and then Dr. Kumar, I know you got to go.
Yes.
Hatham,
Go
you
ahead.
want to go ahead and ask a question?
Well, actually, it's not a question, just a comment.
Yes.
I, one of the things that I did like a few years ago, I decided like to do like a keto diet, and I managed to do that like for a full month, and then like after that, I started like losing weight like crazy, and my health was better, my mind became clearer. So one of the byproducts is that I never went back to sugar again. Like I mean, like having sugar in tea or coffee or anything, not even sweeteners. It becomes like that's my norm right now. I can't stand the taste of sugar in anything. So yeah, just speaking about like habits. So what you do is just like what you think it's the norm. It's actually like can be transformed into something better and make it a new norm. It just takes like tiny steps on the way. So yeah, that's what I want.
So what you said is perfect. So it's no longer a new habit. It's just you.
Yep, like the norm. That's what I call it. Yeah.
And
Yep.
so once you incorporate it into your consciousness, it just becomes part of you. It's just who you are and what you do. That's it. You're not looking at it as something foreign that you need to make a conscious effort, because it just becomes unconscious. It's just part of life.
Exactly. The other thing that I did also like a few 2 weeks ago, I did like a water fasting. I've never done it before. I do fast, but I've never done like water fasting for a few days. So I did water fasting for 3 days. First day, I was like, I wanted to eat the wood around me. Second day, I never felt hungry at all. Third day, I said to myself, like, I could go a week without needing to eat
Calories.
anything. Yeah, it's just all about, like, as you said, like, it's just in your mind. If you can control it, you can control anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I love this conversation, Tanya. Awesome.
Thank you for coming, Dr. Kumar.
Thank you so much.
Can you give everybody how they can get a hold of you if they
Sure,
want to?
sure. So my phone number, you guys can reach me through Twitter, but text message me at this number if you guys have questions and are curious about what I do extra. So my website is called lifewellmd.com. LIFEWELLMD, M as in Mary, D as in David.com, lifewellmd.com. And easy things that you guys can do to ask questions is text message 772-332-9975.